testimony.
And so,
Sir?
I warn you that,
Sir,
with respect
please
to
submit
the
your written documents
I've
for
waited
the
a long
record.
time.
We respect
I'm
that.
not getting the person I want to talk to.
All right,
So
then
it'd be
but
good
she does have
if
a
I
staff
got a
person
little bit of it
on the record, and those
You-
written documents will be filed accordingly. All right, and there's a staff person from her office to speak with you from Supervisor Hahn's office. Next speaker, please.
Where is she?
Next speaker, please.
Wow. Eric Previn from the 3rd District. I wanted to excoriate the board for once again going behind closed doors for no good reason. To do so in the way that it happened today, after being warned on January 9th that Mary Wickham received a letter in connection with the terrible events of October 25th, when the same routine that's been set up by Glasgow and the weird audio recording setting up disruptive behavior. I wanted to just give a little color here on why I sued the County Board of Supervisors, one in Superior Court level with the ACLU, and then at the appellate level, you won because Judge Aldridge, who looks just like Antonovich, nice old guy, came up with a Costco case saying that the attorney-client privilege could protect the board against any disclosures about a case if they were so inclined. Well, we took it to the California Supreme Court, who disagreed. And I think that there's a cautionary tale here, because across the street at the City Hall, where Mayor Garcetti and the City Council run things, they just announced yesterday, if you read the newspaper, that they have doubled the size of their liability year to year from 60 to 120 million. They can't afford it, so they're taking on something called judgment obligation bonds, which are a terrible, terrible choice, because over 10 years, what will be a $70 million bond will be paid back at $100 million. So that's $30 million coming out of the taxpayers. It's a disaster. And had they settled cases out in the open, and had they dealt appropriately, rather than on a timeline that's tied to election schedules, and in my last moment, I'm just going to say, there should be some debates about these issues. Supervisor Kuehl and I had a chance to debate one another during the 3rd District race, and it was a pleasant experience for both of us, I think. And Supervisor Solis referenced those debates. She didn't debate her challengers when she was running, but Mayor Garcetti is very likely not going to debate his, but he should. And the public deserves a vigorous discussion. And, congratulations on getting George Lucas to invest in this city. But are you getting the people to opt into an operation where you close out 45 of them just because you couldn't figure out how to make the guys coach the team?
You recognize that your time has expired.
I recognize that your time is on its way to being expired too, sir. Thank you.
Well,
have a good day.
Thank you very much. But let me just offer this one insight, since
Before
take a
my
shot.
time starts,
No. We're going.
I appreciate.
Pardon me,
Mr.
Mr. Sachs. So you make it a habit of substituting your judgment for whoever is presiding. You don't have the vantage point that we enjoy in terms of what's going on in the audience. And so you make it your business to say what should or should not happen. We are pretty conscious of complying with the Brown Act. That's why I repeatedly said to people, do not continue the pattern of disruption. What had begun to happen was there was an altercation, as I judged it, beginning to move between the various people who had differing points of view. That's not what this venue is for. Therefore, to allow that to calm itself down, we simply exercised our best judgment to allow the department of choice, namely the Sheriff's Department, to do its job, which is to maintain a certain level of safety and security in the environment. And so you can choose to assess and surmise as you will, but it would be appreciated if you would show some respect for the decisions that may even protect your own safety. And Mr. Previn, it is beneath you to try to take a shot at the chair as you rise and depart. You have been shown utter respect, and I will continue to do that. Let me invite you to reciprocate. Mr. Sachs, the floor is yours. Thank you. You're not afforded. Mr. Sachs is speaking now.
Before my time, I appreciate you, Ms. Kuehl. We had a discussion